Hello, I'm Eric Sondheimer of the Los Angeles Times. This is Coach Steve Miller. We're back after some 6 months being off because Coach Miller was traveling. Where did you go?
Again, we went back to Egypt and Lebanon. We loved it, but I'm ready for basketball.
Well, I'm glad you're ready. You used to coach at North Hollywood, at Fairfax, and as a matter of fact, he was the coach when North Hollywood had this great Zoom magnet filled up with basketball players. I thought that Zoom magnet was to produce vets, not basketball players.
They came in because they wanted a great education, and they got it.
Okay, well, that was many years ago. Anyway, we want to start looking at the top teams in the city section and the southern section in basketball. First up in the city, it's kind of wide open. I like Birmingham to start out with as a lukewarm favorite. They have the most returning players.
Well, that's important to start out the season, but as it goes, teams that are well coached, like Birmingham, they will catch up with Birmingham because their young players, by somewhere in January, will become much older and vets.
Right, well, Birmingham starts out with the Cofield brothers, who are very good, and a really good guard is David Elliott, so I like them a lot. Let's also look at Fairfax. Reggie Morris Jr. is taking over the job for Steve Bate. He's a tremendous coach. They have lots of outstanding guards led by Keith Dinwiddie, who signed with San Diego State.
I think Fairfax is definitely a good team. They also got Dudley in from San Diego, who's a big factor. He's a 6'3" forward guard that will really help that team, and I like the new coach.
Another good team is Taft. Obviously, Derek Taylor does a great job. They got in Ramel Lloyd from Calabasas to join their other group of guards that are coming back. Hayward. And also Caleb, I can't pronounce it. Caleb, there we go. And he's a great three-point shooter, so Taft should be right there. And also Westchester with Ed Ozan decided not to retire, and I think that's a big deal. If Ed thought he had no good team, he wasn't going to come back. He's got players there.
Well, first of all, this is the youngest team I've seen him have. He has a lot of transfers that need to learn a system, and Ed is a great coach.
So they'll be slow starting?
Yes, they will.
Okay.
But they aren't exactly loaded like they used to be.
I think they'll be there right at the end to face Fairfax or Birmingham in the finals.
I think you got to really look at Taft. Their transfers are tremendous, and they've got a great coach there. I think Taft is going to beat out Westchester.
And any big surprise team that you're looking forward to? Could it be University? They have an outstanding player in David Cheatham. Who else could be good? El Camino, I think, is going to be good.
El Camino has their center back, a 6'9" guy. They are well coached. I think you've also got to look at other schools that I have written down here, like Washington, who is a very good team. Granada Hills won the Division I last year.
Which means absolutely nothing. But
yes.
Moving on, let's go to the southern section. You have to start out with Sierra Canyon. They have 5 transfers in to go along with Bronny James arriving, only a freshman. A lot of talent, but the question is can Coach Andre Chevalier get that talent to play as a team? He did it a couple years ago, but it is a challenge. When you have an all-star team and only one basketball, you have to really get those kids to believe.
He's a great coach. He has put the last 2 teams together to win state titles. I see no difference. He's got a lot of personalities to put together. Great coach, great players. I think the one thing he might have a problem with is who's going to bring the ball down under pressure. The guard play has not been tested yet.
Right, well, they have B.J. Boston, they have Zaire Williams, they have Amari Bailey, just on and on. Terrence Frank going to TCU. So they have the talent, but who will be able to challenge Sierra Canyon? I like Mater Dei. Everybody's back. They have 6 players who average in double figures returning. They have to be better, led by Devin Askew, who's a commitment to Kentucky. I think they're a dangerous team for Sierra Canyon.
Devin Askew is a tremendous guard, obviously really good because he's going to Kentucky. I compare him to a long time ago, UCLA had a guard in the late 70s, Ralph Jackson from Inglewood, and he's a big guy, strong, that'll be a factor.
Right. Also, Rancho Christian has Evan Mobley, 7-footer, going to USC. A lot of people think he's the best player in this country. I really like Jace Kessings, who arrived from Missouri, a guard. So Rancho Christian beat Sierra Canyon last season. I wouldn't underestimate them.
Doesn't Rancho Christian also have a guard going to Gonzaga?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so they are definitely going to be a factor.
And then finally you have Etowanda. Dave Kleckner, just one of the best coaches anywhere, plays defense. He got a transfer from Corona Centennial, Jalen Clark, to join a lot of returning players. So Etowanda, nobody will want to play Etowanda in the playoffs.
Tough matchup because of their great man defense over the years. He does a wonderful job, and he's got a good team.
And there's a lot of really good teams this year. St. John Bosco, J. Sarah out of the Trinity League. You have Harvard Westlake out of the Mission League. St. Bernard, St. Anthony are going to be good. Rolling Hills Prep has returning players. It's up and down. Mayfair has Josh Kritziver. So a lot of great players coming back, and you'll have some really good teams. But there's only, I think, these 4 super teams to start the year.
I totally agree with the 4 super teams.
You agree with me?
The 4 super teams.
Okay. He doesn't agree with me about anything else. Like, why did the Dodgers lose?
You don't want me to go there, do you?
Okay, I don't want you to go there. Who's better, Lakers or Clippers?
Lakers are playing great. I'm going to go with the Lakers.
Okay, unusual for that. We agree. So that's it. We'll be making occasional appearances if Coach Miller is in town and not on some cruise ship or somewhere in Africa looking at birds and what else do you look at in Africa?
All the animals. The one
Animals.
that you took 10,000 pictures of a giraffe.
No, I don't take pictures anyway. But thank you, and we'll see you another day.